All right, so we got our case named, and I just love the drilling down, like the amount of detail just on this notepad or this clipboard of all things. Anyway, that's it.
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of.
Oh, I was right. It is a yearly thing.
Strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more.
We probably have to file those.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Okay, can we read the case files now?
It's proving to be hard
Oof.
than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together.
So we need more logic. Okay. We had a decent day. It was just a shitty roll. Okay. Anything else we can check here? Okay, let's just go back to what we've done.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers.
Let's yellow.
On the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
Ugh.
Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
Some kind of ticket, I guess?
The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
This is incredibly true. This is also why I called out the bookstore lady for saying, as an officer of law, I must have had some sort of education. All right.
A monetary penalization.
Talk about misconduct fines.
20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Fair.
But they appear pleasantly vague.
So, I guess it's implying we could issue a fine if we needed to. Station call.
Quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Yeah, that's fucked.
All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute.
Fuck the police, man.
A dozen
Alright, field autopsy.
Copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Alright, enough of that.
All that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys.
What's a dead guy gonna do with a field autopsy?
The stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Okay. Let's look at the clipboard itself.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with.
Sweet.
Around
Please tell me I get to do that.
the U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Rattle, rattle.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? And something small inside, light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps.
Probably not dried flowers.
It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if
Oh, so we found something. What's in there?
plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open
With
it?
your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
We'll try to open it.
Is not what you
Nope.
end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck.
Well, rip that dream.
In your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Let's get a whiff.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something.
Axel, like the guy from Twisted Metal?
The Ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Great. I know, Sylvia already told me I dunked it in the toilet.
You knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash. Why are you sniffing it?
The option to sniff it was there, so...
Wanted to get in on the trash toilet stink collab. Find out what happens when those two get funky together. Okay, pal.
You angry with me?
Yeah. Turns out your nose doesn't like self-indulgent literal shit huffing. Quelle fucking surprise. Come on, no more. The Ledger is going back down, away from your nose now.
Alright, let's put it away. I wanted to interact with the mug.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Here we go. What are you going
I
to
love having the option to do this.
toss away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Alright, prejudice. Merchant, no. Ooh, that's a shot fired at fucking grifters. Alright, example of prejudice.
It was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Fair enough. We will do that. Thank you, mug. Blue pen. Okay. Alright, so we got a point. Logic or interfacing were the two options I had. Which one's weaker? Interfacing is slightly lower, okay. Oh, got more tasks and some more map info. Oh, where the rolls happen. Okay. I want to try the ledger again.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers.
That's looking a little better.
Just relax.
There we go.
The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know.
What's in there?
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What you
2
got?
ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
What the heck? Okay. Excuse me? Oh, that's why? Alright, pick up the stubs.
Octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
Nice. Alright, what's in the card?
Wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Is there actually dried flowers in there?
It smells
Give it a
of
sniff.
chewing gum. Apricot flavored.
Okay.
A touch of cinnamon. The end of summer. You think the label says Tutti Frutti.
Let us open the Tutti Frutti card.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside
Oh,
of the
this is
card.
gonna make me sad.
round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile. You think, although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy.
Oh?
Your hand shakes holding the card.
I've got like my hand on the heel mental stuff already.
It says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Aww.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Why do I get the feeling she didn't?
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear.
Uh-oh.
Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector.
Oh, maybe we're just remembering something.
You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No. Hold on.
We're gonna hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
Guess we're falling sideways. Don't tell me I knocked myself out just by reading a thing. Fuck. Where was the last time we saved?
There is nothing.
Okay.
Again.
Nothing.
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Didn't say game over, so I don't know if we're just doing something in our head now. All right, yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it.
And we're still working on the memories we were integrating, so... Okay.
Because it's always there.
Tell him.
Tell him what?
Ah, yes. In the old fact.
Okay, so this is we're remembering something, but we're blacking out while doing it.
Scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
It smelled so nice.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
There was something about a bow collector too.
What was that about?
I think it's like a. I think the bow collector is the thing, or a thing that would hang from the wires on a train system, but could be wrong. All right, where's Voyager Road?
There's no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Okay, was that the X something?
Noted corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
All right, well, I guess we're just gonna lie here.
I think they would let you until you disintegrate into biomolecules. No, someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
That's probably Kim. What is that? It's cold.
Yes. They're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out
Oh, hey, Kim. Thanks, buddy. Where am I?
of the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Yeah, I like sippies. Give me sippies.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days.
Oh, that'll do it.
Made to survive on alcohol alone, you need a secondary form of hydration.
Well, I'm more of a magnesium-based life. Oh, let's just drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
Should I see it the same?
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
Okay. Came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
Thanks,
He
buddy.
replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
Ones that still have souls, maybe.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
It's not.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
I'm guessing depending on how you interact interact with it might change what kind of ledger it is. Okay. Okay, we got finger pistols now. Oh, the bow collector is a thing. Okay. Or white morning. Okay, you see yourself from above. Whoop. Solution. Oh, here's the solution for finger pistol. Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them. You have to whip out your signature dual 9mm VA's finger pistols. He needs a real gun anyway. That conversation you just had, it would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at him. The 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight. Fair enough. Okay. Okay, well this is a communism one, so we'll probably do that next. Yeah, people think that communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world never returned again. They were right, until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmasov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come, witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Let's go! Let's fucking go. Alright, cool. I do want to use the clipboard in the lights of the thing. Of the car?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Alright, Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Okay.
The dashboard lights up.
Pressing engine
orange
start.
glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a wide
That is one hell of an interesting engine sound.
like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time.
Alright, let's press them headlights.
With a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There
Alright.
you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Okay. Close the door.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great
Oh, that might tie into the
sensation washes over you.
home memory too, alright?
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations.
So we'll look at the grid
The
first.
rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Where are we on
Let
this?
me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice.
No, it does not.
Alright, well, let's look at the
There
perforations.
are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Let's tally.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad. Okay, what about the next
The
one?
next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
So 18,
There are so many, it's hard to
a
count.
shitload,
More than 150, at least.
and then what's
Maybe even 200.
the last
The
one?
last row has 3 perforations.
3.
That's it.
Hey, Kim, what's the deal with these dots?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
I love the striking shadows coming off from the headlights too.
Officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The
Fair.
first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I don't like the whores and liars thing. Feel like I just went around apologizing all the
Maybe you were a
time.
diplomat. Or in PR. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see,
A lot.
more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the
So we
force.
good at this.
Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Got him.
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
It's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are
Oh, good.
certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
And
Same.
it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
You ever killed anyone?
Yes.
He says, decline to elaborate. Alright. I'm not gonna... Actually, yeah. How do you handle the
Everyone
strain?
has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
What kind of hobbies?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
This is true. Thanks for
The
this.
lieutenant nods.
We're good.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Oh,
Hey,
we're still getting tutorial
monitoring you
updates.
internally. And now we know your copo type.
There are Copa types?
Guess what's yours?
Sorry, cop?
Yes, Sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
What are the other copper types?
You know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Will the other copy types be jealous?
Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll
Alright.
be totally okay. You can dual copo type from sorry to anything.
Alright, well, I'm sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
Let's go.
Won't happen.
Ah. I tried. Okay, so... we got a bunch of stuff unlocked now. We got a new tool. Oh, the clipboard. Okay. Oop, boop, boop, boop. Any other tasks? Alright, let's ask about the victim's clothes in the trash, or if they were gonna avoid Kuno if we can. Oh, let me save. I have that slight scare with the, with the pass out. Alright, so do you know anything about these clothes in the trash?
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
Strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone on your staff, put... Actually, who else has keys to the trash container?
Trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Fair enough.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
Gotcha.
Thank you anyway.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Okay, so someone else had to
Yes.
find a way in. Okay. I didn't go far enough. Okay. Alright, so it may take a while. Oh, okay, there's the other, the cop types. Sorry cop, boring cop, apocalypse cop, or superstar cop. Communist is up there. A little bit of ultra-liberal, a little bit of moralist. That's not so bad, okay. Cool. No fash, though. Oh, I guess we could try listening in on the thing real quick, too. The room that's roped off. Wait, we can't access that. Oh, hey. That's locked? Oh, yeah, so there was that door down south that we hadn't checked out.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay, he's... what's standing between me and a bench? This one. I don't think we ever checked this out. And we can check the other side of the building to see if we can't find a connection to that door. Oh, this is open. Bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Where the hell are we? Some kind of machine. Antique cash register? That looks like a Zoltar machine in the top mid there. Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Oh, it's a pawn shop. Okay.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let's take a look at
The
it.
light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Sweet.
This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Okay. Where'd you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
Okay.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear
I have
him.
to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Yeah, I want it. How much for it?
700 real.
Oof.
A bargain, I dare say.
Sounds about right. I can't imagine it was an easy sign off that street lamp.
I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
That's true. Alright, nothing else we need to know about that.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
How do the knights look?
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Oof. These are Franco-Nigerian cavalry, right?
I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
It looks at dusty figurines in the dim light. What about the blue uniforms?
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Wait, this looks like Renee, the old guy who was playing Patang.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Good idea. Yeah, gold and orange is probably pretty visible. And what about these blue guys?
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
Fair enough. Let's look at the rag
Of
figurines.
soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers.
They work with what they got.
I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's dig up a cool one.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What's this cool thing?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend. About a man
sweet, I like
who
folklore.
rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
I think he's kind of BSing trying to sell it,
50
but
cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something.
let's go.
Part of the story has many interpretations.
That's cool.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Alright, sounds good. that?
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved.
Oh, can I get one and then get the speakers and just have a kicking system?
They stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Let's stand the tip of our toes to see more.
Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep. This Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll
Nice.
set you back 12 real.
Well, I don't have 12 right now, but alright. You sure it's all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Aw.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
You don't like music? What do you like then?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturnal animals climbing on the roof. Airship rotors. That kind of thing.
Honestly, that's kind of cool.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
Alright. I'll keep that in mind. We checked the knickknacks. We checked the boom boxes. Anything else going on over here? Not really. Okay.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
Isn't that like the book that the racist guy had in his,
Antlers
thing?
on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
What's this guy's deal?
From Hjelmdal.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes.
Alright, I'm guessing I'm supposed to know who this is, but, oh wait, remind me. Here, yeah, I don't want to
The
overshare.
man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD. In fact, most people don't think that man from Hjelmdal ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Okay.
Hjelmdal isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
I'm a little worried this guy's a little racist too.
What?
What do you mean he was
I
real?
mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
As, like,
Okay.
a construct.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
I mean,
It's for the best.
that's true.
Because Hjelmdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
I guess we'll sniff
Smells
the
like
shirt.
worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Yeah, that weird whatever detergent they tend to use.
It's okay. But please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Okay. I just noticed the lighting effects. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the guy, like the guy had that book in his thing, so I do not want to purchase that shirt. He said maybe to interact with him,
Often that I
but
see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
the man to the counter returns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone.
Oh, the light's probably from the projector more
just
than the
watching
lamp.
the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Okay, not the shameful thing. Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
No, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Oh, really?
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
I'd probably fall under item the last, but
As
most
you
of
can
my
see,
shopping.
I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
See, that's the communist answer, but quite the collection indeed.
Me entertained.
His attention drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind
It's
you.
well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe. Entertained. He might be high. If he is, on what?
Okay. Something I'd like to sell. I guess I could sell stuff I carry. Is Roy high at a set hustle? What is he on? Oh, we should ask about the gun too. Let's see if he's high.
Feeling warm
Got
and
him.
enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
What's Parolidon?
Drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Effects. And it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Okay. It's really warm in here?
Try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
Okay. I kind of want some drugs, alright, hope. No judgment, just curious. Probably did loads of Parolidon before I lost my memory.
I had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup, I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
Okay, what's the people's pile?
Bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Not a big fan of him referring to leftists as an other, so some of my suspicions might have been confirmed.
The
Okay.
People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Okay. What's a particle decay generator?
Nuclear reactor.
Okay, nuclear pile, that makes sense. Why is it called the people's pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West.
So good
To
intentions.
say, things didn't work out.
Why'd it fail?
Emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion.
Uh-oh.
Faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Okay. Talk to me about the Emergency Relief
We're
Brigade.
an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
Okay.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
Oh, that's cool.
I lived by
Where can I get one of those?
since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out.
At least he cares about his neighbor.
There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looks at the spiraling light and stops. Alright. Must have been tough, radioactive
There's a
cleanup.
reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
I feel like replacement might be the way to go there.
So much disappointment and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Alright. Whose fault was it the generator failed?
Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Alright. How'd you end up running a pawn shop?
Cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forberg as I can. Still the same city, but
Well, thank you for telling me.
the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Gotta share. Oh, by the way, do you have any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh?
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol
I
citizens.
might go buy some more
militia.
meds after this too, just to be safe.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Alright, was the buyer an officer
She
too?
didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd.
A little bit.
I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. But I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Okay, so must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante. We can keep playing up the sorry thing, but maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can.
Possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
Alright, any idea where we're gonna find this where I can find this buyer?
But I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Okay.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
We've got that lucky little headless guy. Well, at least now I know something about my side, how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Well, since the guy's taking the drugs for medical purposes, I don't want to really shake him down for it. Maybe able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Do you know anything about the recent hanging?
Do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
Okay.
Doesn't know anything.
All right.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
I don't have anything to sell right now, but anything else with the missing gun? Okay, that's just a refresh.
man.
All right. Other business to take care of. I'll think about the drugs. Alright, anything else we can do here? We talked to that guy before. What is this?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires down.
Okay, this is the thing for the bridge.
In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed Samar and Butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Alright, let's find out.
The lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Alright, we're gonna release the lever.
Spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Okay, so we wait till Wednesday, I guess.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran Butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde.
I think we talked to the guy about the sign, but I don't think we actually looked at
The
it, so.
sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order.
Alright, what is summer and butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it. Goat milk and butter. The Samaran terrain makes it easier
goat's
to
butter.
raise goats than cows. And the
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
local goat farmers produce high-quality meat and dairy staples that add variety to other nations' diets. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, most goat dairy stuff tends to be. Alright, let's go for the reconstruction. Might be a miss,
Just
though.
some tasteless advertising at the bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking now.
Visual calculus, got it. Alright. Nothing more to see here. So we haven't made particularly definitive progress. We got a little more world building done, at least, I feel like. Okay, that's the sales guy again. Talk to these guys. Want to see if there's anything else in their general vicinity of merit. Nope. Don't let me interrupt you. I may have to face my fears and talk to Kuno, but alright, track down your gun. We've made progress. Waterlock on Wednesday. We're on Monday. Okay. We're pretty thorough about the bookshop. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if let's take a look around out back here to see what's connected to this building. I feel like we looked through the tracks here. Okay, we've been through all that. There was this here. Ooh. That was the jump. I don't know if I want to risk that again. Mostly just got us upstairs before. I can't get close enough to those to access it. It looks like what we might be able to get through via that other door. Unless I can sneak up through here somehow, but probably not. Okay, now it's in behind that building.
Looking for something? Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go.
So we actually like the mug. It's probably not his, but is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Alright, what was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the source
Oh.
of the races.
We're asking the argument between those two.
Not
Fuck this
the most
guy.
popular topic nowadays with the coalition in charge, you know. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand.
I'm gonna kick this guy's ass.
Not sheep, ostriches. Actually, neither ostriches or sheep bury their heads in the sand. It's just a saying.
Okay. Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books.
Great. He's turbo racist.
Proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
Fuck that guy.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Guys, haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their...
Oh, this guy's really fucking annoying. This is like every turn. This is Twitter now. This man is Twitter. All right. Time for an ad. We will continue dealing with this racist after. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I'm kind of glad we backed off the non-confrontational thing from before to give this guy shit, because I'm all for giving a racist shit. All right, so I feel like, especially the competing for resources thing, what's the problem with that would be a little more communist of us. So
The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes.
they made up racial slurs.
Intruder species too. They're on
Intruder
the
species?
cultural victory.
I'm gonna kill this fucker.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Alright, wait, what's this cultural victory?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Alright, I'm gonna say nothing to that.
Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen?
Yeah, I think I can...
Don't stay in their birthplace. You might end up with a new subrace, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
And then gives you a disgusted look and turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Can we push our luck?
Something odd. Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yes. Fuck off.